Take two, right?
You can edit that bit out, can't you? Just that didn't happen. That didn't happen.
I'm not going to. Good day, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Pandacraft. I hope everyone had a great Christmas and a great New Year's. It is 2023, and we have a lot to get done, starting with the inside of this castle. If we open up the door and we pop our little heads in, it's a bit disappointing. I've done nothing in here yet. I've still got to clean up all that mess from before. I've got a portal. That's nice. That's about it, really. I've done a couple of small things. You can see I've started draining this bit of river here. There's still all that there. And I've also dug out around here so that we can start putting in a bit of a tunnel. Oh, I missed the corner. That's okay. I'll fix that. And we can get rid of the white and the dirt and all that sort of stuff so we can tidy this up a bit. We have so much more to do, and we have an entire interior of a castle to build. So I thought, let's get that done today. We're not going to build the whole interior. This interior is going to take months to build, but we can get started at the very least. Now, the first thing we're going to have to do is tidy up this... What's that? Why is there a lectern there? There's a lectern here. There's a lectern. I'm nervous. All right, we'll get to that in a second. But we got to clean up all this mess. And then I've got to get all the materials for the interior of this cut. Oh, I can't resist. Let's have a look. I will place one button on this lovely castle every day until the buttons are found. My identity will remain hidden and your reward kept safe. May the button hunt begin. Day 10, 10 buttons left. Running fridge. Does that mean fridge did this? I don't know. All right. Put found buttons in the shulker box. Oh, is there more pages? No, that's it. Okay. So 23's box. I wonder what that means. Okay, so apparently, someone has left. Someone who I don't know who has left some buttons lying around my base. Now, here's the thing. I actually saw one over here. That's really obvious, easy one to find. I've actually found a few of these around, and I was wondering what they were for. And I was like, did I place them by accident, or someone else just done that as a bit of a prank? And I broke a couple. So this could be a problem. But we shall find out. So I guess, all right, I guess our plans have changed a little. Let's start by seeing how many of these buttons I can find, and go from there. Ah. Wait, is that a... Oh, that's a button. Found another one. This one was a bit painful to get. But it's on the back of Princess Peach. Oh, that's half of them. Half down. There's another one. Oh, so they're outside and inside. All right, I have found 7 buttons all up. It says there's 10. I've looked everywhere. I've spent about an hour and a half flying around this place trying to spot something. There were some really good ones. Like, so there was one right in that center spot right there, and there was the same over that side as well. There are a couple on top of these the black backings of the windows. They were just sort of there was one on the back of this one, and there was one somewhere over there on top, and then there was like one hidden inside here. It was really good, but there's still apparently 3 here, and I can't find them now. I'm wondering if I've already broken them and not really knowing what they're all about. We'll have to find out. Hopefully, whoever's done this will let me know. Oh, hang on. There's one. All right, so that is 8. Now, I didn't really think about this sort of stuff, so I kind of just assumed they'd put them on the permanent structure, like so on the base itself. I only found one on the outside, so there might be more on the outside, but it doesn't look like there's any more here, does it? How funny is that? That one's like right there. Anyway, back to work. So, first things first, I'm going to just clean up this mess over here. So, this is all the leftover materials from when I built this. And as you can see, there's not really a lot. There's, you know, only small amounts of each material that I had. There's a bit of extra snow there, but some of these things, there's none at all. You know, all the lighting, but there wasn't a whole lot. So, what we're going to do, we're just going to get rid of all these shulker boxes. I'm not even going to bother... Oh, that's from a science from Shaden. I'm not even going to bother sorting them because once we build the interior of the castle, we're actually going to build like an automatic sorting system anyway. So I'm just going to dig all these up in here, and then I'm going to chuck them in a chest. And once we build the interior, we'll be able to put them back. Back at the mushroom, I've been busy. I've got this little trapdoor that I've put in here. And if I jump through the little trapdoor here, you'll find that I land behind the billboard here that has the map. And down here, we have some chests. And they're empty, except for this bottom one. I've been gathering all the materials I needed for my next build. So if you have a look here, you can see this is all the materials I need for the entire interior of the castle. You might notice that they're all pretty well organized. There's a few here where it's just like a few miscellaneous items, but you can see everything's labeled, everything's sort of sorted out so that they're all together. Even that one there is all various wool. You know, that one's light blue wool, so it depends on how much of each thing I need. So I'm going to grab all of this and put it in the castle where we had the materials for the exterior of the castle, the ones that we just sort of got rid of. And this is just going to help us get everything all sorted and everything all organized so that we can start building without interruption. All right, so I've brought all the materials over here. It's not as bad as it was when we built the big tower because there's about half the materials. But there's a lot more fiddly stuff with this one. So yeah, I've spread it out. So I'm going to fly out the entrance, and next time I come in, we're going to have parts of an interior. And we're all done. Well, okay, we've done one room. But the point is, this is the entrance. So I'll stick a little reference image up if I can find one. But essentially, if you're playing Mario and you came into the grand hall or the grand entrance, I guess, from the bridge, this is essentially what you'd see. Something very similar to this. Now, this is meant to look sort of like grass and sky with clouds. I've got some lights in the wall. You can see some sea lanterns and some frog lights and like various different colored lights. Here we've got some more frog lights, and even in the roof we've got some frog lights. Actually doesn't do a terrible job of like lighting up the roof, but it has turned out quite well. Now you've got to use a little bit of imagination here. That's Princess Peach, so that's like, you got to think of it like that's her hair, that's her dress, that's the roses that she's holding from the front. I mentioned this at the start of the season. In case you've forgotten, or if you just haven't watched that episode, the interior of Peach's castle is quite largely different to the exterior of her castle, and it simply doesn't fit. So the scale on the inside is pretty normal. You can see we've got like this normal door here where we can just sort of go through, but from the outside, the whole thing is mammoth. I'll leave a link in the description to a really great example of this by Skellix. He's another YouTuber who basically put the interior and exterior together in Super Mario, ran around, and you can see how many times he gets trapped and how things just overlap and things like that, and how the interior just simply does not fit in the exterior. So when we've got the mural of Princess Peach, the stained glass, it's got to be small. So you can kind of see how it makes a bit of sense. But that's about as good as I could get into such a small scale. Later in the season, maybe if we have some time, I might even like turn this into a painting and actually find the real one from Mario and actually make a pixel art of it. Like a 3x3 pixel art. It's a lot of work, but we'll see how we go. In here, there's not really going to be much in here. We've got doors that lead to all the different levels. You go through here and it goes nowhere. Same as on that side. And as you can see, we've got the underside of the stairs and things like that. This is going to be like a big grand hallway going all the way down there, which is actually what we're going to build next. So I wanted to be able to use this castle the best I can to have as many features as I can in my base and fill the entire area of the inside of my castle. You've all seen how big the castle is on the inside. Now it's time to fill this whole area up with farms and all sorts of other wonderful things. And the first thing I want to build, because it makes life a whole lot easier, is a villager trading hall. When you come through the castle here, you come down this little section here, and there's a hallway with a big red carpet that goes all the way out into the back courtyard. There's a small courtyard out there as well. I haven't built that yet, but that's coming. What I'm going to do is I'm going to turn that hallway into my trading hall. So I've come up with a really cool design, and it's really compact, where I can have the villagers on each side, and I can just sort of have about, I think there's about 15 in a row on each side. So, you know, it'll be about 30 odd villagers. I can't remember the exact number. As you know, villagers can be quite painful. So let's build this hallway out where the villagers are going to be staying. And then we'll try and move them in and move the zombies in. And hopefully we'll have a fully functioning trading hall by the end of this episode. All right, so this is the hallway that'll lead us out into the courtyard. Now, there's a bit of a special design here, which is to make this into a trading hall, but I don't want it to look like a trading hall. So the idea is that when you're walking down, it kind of looks like a hallway. But if you look behind here, you can see there'll be villagers standing on top of those trapdoors there. There's some sticky pistons underneath. If I right click on this note block, it'll drop them down. Zombie can then turn them into zombie villagers. And then when I hit it back, they come back up and I can cure them and all the stuff you do there. Because I've got trapdoors, all their XP will come through. Now the fun part is getting the villagers in. Oh, and I should probably mention this bit of dirt here. This is just temporary. That's going to be a hallway going downwards from there. But just for now, I don't want to have sort of like this big open area. So I thought, let's just cover it up. But yeah, so that's the hallway done. It's already starting to look a lot like Mario's castle. Or Peach's castle, should I say. I've got this very long railway. Down the bottom here, if you remember from literally episode 1, I've got this little village breeder in this beautiful, beautiful dirt house. Inside, there's a couple of villagers in there, and you can hear them exchanging bread as we speak. They're in there somewhere. They're hiding. But you can see down there all their little villagers that they've bred up, and they sort of drop them down. So I've created this bit of a tunnel. We can see some babies in there, some adults. But if I click on this, it's going to give us a villager. We've got this rail. It's going to go all the way up, goes all the way around, all the way up. There's Shaden. Shaden's here helping me. Hi, Shaden.
Oh, hey. How you going?
Acts like he didn't know I was there. But yeah, so it'll go in, it'll come all the way around, and it'll come back this way, which is quite handy. And then once he's in there, oh,
no, he doesn't like that. He doesn't like that. It's not me. That's not me.
Shaden stuffed up here because he removed a block he wasn't meant to remove.
Did I do any of that?
Yeah, you've removed that block clearly. All right, so let's get rid of that. Let's put that there, and let's try that again. Take 2, right?
You can edit that bit out, can't you? Just that didn't happen. That didn't happen.
I'm not going to. So we are going. So let's try that again.
Okay.
So click the button. Villager comes out. Villager goes up. Shaden tries not to murder this one.
You want me to remove that block again, didn't you?
There he is. He's coming around now. Hello.
There he is.
There he comes. And he'll stop on this block. Now, that block there is basically the dirt that I was looking at before. I'll show you in a second. So we'll block him in, and then we can turn on hitboxes because we don't want to murder another villager. And there we go. So he is now out. And then all we need to do is just keep going all the way along. So I'm going to fill this up, and I'll be right back. And the villager trading hall is complete. Now, this is a strange angle to look at it on, I'll admit. But I just wanted to talk to you about the buttons. So I found a button somewhere over here, just literally sitting on the stone. And then there was a very, very sneaky button hidden underneath here. Like if I break that, it was literally right there where I'm looking right there. And I thought that was such a sneaky one. But I found it, and I think that's all of them now. So I've got 10 in here. I'll have to wait until they come back, and unless that maybe means that there's actually 23 and the book hasn't been updated, we will find out. Back to the trading hall. A couple of things I want to mention first. I designed this trading hall myself, and if you have a look here, you'll notice that while it all looks neat and tidy, we've got this horrible sandstone in the back here. Now, I've gone with the dark blocks because I don't want to be able to see the zombies or anything like that, which you can't really see them anyway. But I had to do this because that is actually the internal wall of the room I'm currently standing in that doesn't exist, but it will exist. And when it does, that's actually going to be the internal wall. So when I designed this, I had to do it super compact. Now I'll come into the hallway here. This was already, the interior of this had to be the same size for scale, but the exterior could be whatever. So let me just jump into free cam. I can show you how much space I had. So if these are the villagers here, so you've got the trapdoor, you've got the villager, and that's all the redstone had to fit in there to then allow for Mr. Zombie Man to walk up and down and hit, that way he can sort of hurt them. There's 4 zombies, there's 1 for every 11. And the whole thing is just super tightly packed. Now inside, as you can see, what I wanted it to just look like a hallway of a castle. So as we walk through here, the whole place is just a nice hallway, and you'll notice you can't see or hear the villagers. We've got a mod on the server, so if you rename them Silence, they become silenced, as you can see there, and they don't make any sound. Now this guy down here, I think, is making sound because he became a zombie and then he came back to a villager. So I think I just need to silence him again. But before I do that, I need to get these trades down a bit cheaper. I just did a quick test on that on him. If we flip this trapdoor here open, you'll notice there's his lectern right there. The whole idea of this is that it's meant to be very minimal. When you're walking through, you can't even see the villagers, which is basically perfectly achieved with this design. If you'd like me to make a tutorial on how to build this trading hall for yourself, let me know down in the comments and I'll get one up on my channel. But yeah, we got this little space. We can still interact with the zombies through the little gap. We can do all of our trades that we need to do. I don't have anything on me at the moment. If I want to convert them into zombies, I just right click on the note block. They fall down. They get turned into zombies. And then I flick them back up when I'm done. And now I can splash them through there, give them the apple. Oh, that is so loud. And he'll now convert back into a villager again. It's that simple. And you can see the zombies just back there. Now, at the moment, he's just carrying a bit of blackstone. I will be giving all the zombies sharpness 5 swords, because sharpness 5 swords will mean that he'll convert them in about 2 hits. And now I've got the fun job of giving them all their jobs and getting all the trades that I want. This is going to take some time, but I might do that in between episodes. But I think we've made some great progress in the castle today. We've got this long hallway that will lead us outside, which is currently nighttime. once I build that courtyard. And then we've got the stairs coming up here. This bit's all complete. And of course, we've got the lobby, which I'm really proud of. I'm really happy with the way this turned out. I can actually see Princess Peach. Let me know, can you see Princess Peach in that? I can see it every time. But this is something to be proud of. Obviously, we've got a bit of a hole there, but that'll be turned into a staircase. And there's going to be so much more inside and outside of the interior of this castle as we progress further. But sadly, that is all I have time for today. I really do hope you've enjoyed today's episode. I've put a ton of work into it. So if you did enjoy it, please be sure to boop that like button for me. And if you're not already subscribed and you want to see how this castle gets finished off, make sure to hit that subscribe button before you leave. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!